Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and it has been a humdinger of a Friday. I mean, I really wasn't expecting Friday to turn out this way, but in terms of pickups, it's crazy. I've done a combination of GameStop pickups and I've done some retro game store trades that have yielded me some pretty cool additions to the collection. I'm going to show you just the games that are being added to the collection right now. I'm going to come out with an edited video this weekend. I don't know if I'll drop it Saturday or if I'll drop it Sunday. Today we're having actually some really nice weather. If that continues tomorrow, you probably won't get a video from me because I'll probably be outside enjoying the weather with the family. If it does wind up being like pretty sucky weather, then maybe I'll have the time since I'm indoors. Um, I'll be able to put together a video for you guys, just showcasing all the stuff that I saw out in the wild, because I did see some pretty cool stuff. But I'm just going to show you just the games that were added to the collection here real quick. So let's start off with this pickup here. You have Blaster Master Boy for the Game Boy. This is actually, it kind of looks like Bomberman when you look at some of the graphics. This was a pickup that I did during a trade. I traded away a bunch of games, including the sealed 007 that I picked up from GameStop for 12 bucks. That was a $12 pickup, and I wound up getting a $60 store credit from one of my local retro game stores. So that game, in addition to other games, was what I used as trade bait. And in that trade, I picked up Blaster Master Boy for the Game Boy. I also picked up a sealed copy of Pandemonium 2 for the PlayStation. I used to have Pandemonium 1 and 2 in my PlayStation collection, and I sold them both when I did a huge sell-off of my PS1 and PS2 games. So this is actually pretty cool to get back in the collection. It's a lot easier to find Pandemonium 1. Pandemonium 2 is just always, it feels like it's always harder to find, and it's always a lot more expensive. And then the last part of that trade deal that I did at one of my local game stores was this copy of Pitfall. So also got this copy of Pitfall. It is complete in box. So pretty cool. The store wound up giving me about basically $200 of store credit for the games that I traded in. And to be quite honest with you, the most expensive game that I traded in was probably like a $20 game that I got from GameStop. Everything else was pretty much $9.99. And then again, the real kicker was the sealed 007 that I got from GameStop for 12 bucks because I got so much credit on that. Using that, I was able to get these 3 games. If you're wondering, like, Y2K, how did you blow $200 of credit on these games? Well, it's because Pandemonium 2 sealed goes for about like 95 to 100. Pitfall goes for about 23 to 25 bucks. And then Blaster Master Boy is actually like a 80 to like an $85 game, believe it or not. I did not think that that it was that expensive, but that really is how much that game is. But it's cool because I wound up getting rid of a lot of like games that I didn't need. About like maybe like 12 to 15 games. I gotta count it again, but at least 10 games that I got rid of for these 3. And I'll probably wind up using at least one of these for trade bait to trade for another game that I have my eye on. So this is a pretty good trade. I got a lot of value out of the GameStop pickups. So that was a really nice way to flip that game without having to like deal with selling it and things like that. So really good trades. Now let's get to the GameStop pickups, because man, these GameStop pickups were wild. And I'm not even going to show you everything that I picked up from GameStop. I'm just pretty much showing you the games that I'm 100% sure are staying in my collection. I have a few more that I'm really on the fence about, but I'll go through them with you. So first pickup was this complete in-box copy of Gauntlet 7 Sorrows. This looks like a really cool action game. 10 bucks. Well, actually wound up coming out to like 7 bucks or 8 bucks. But this was complete in box, really good condition, so wasn't mad at that at all. Was glad to add that one to the collection. Then they have Then I also picked up a copy of Dark Cloud on the PlayStation. This was like an $8 pickup. From there, again, really good condition. I mean, like 9 out of 10 condition, complete, has a registration card, all that stuff. Really clean copy. So I was glad to pick this one up. Also got Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. So this is another great PlayStation 2 pickup here. Again, complete, really good copy from GameStop. Was not mad at all. And then the last PlayStation 2 game in the bundle that I was convinced I was keeping was this complete in-box copy of Teen Titans. Now, I played a lot of Teen Titans on the Game Boy Advance, actually. It was one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games. But this game is actually pretty sick on the PlayStation 2. And it's, for some reason, like, complete in box. This is like a $200 Xbox game. I don't get why it's so expensive or why it goes for so much more on the Xbox than the PlayStation 2 and GameCube, because it did come out on all 3 platforms. PlayStation 2 is actually the cheapest platform it came out on. I got it from GameStop for around 13 bucks, but it's like a $32 game, like a $32 to $35 game. I see copies of this game going for like 40 bucks online, and then even like the GameCube version is like a $45 to $50 game. I see why though. This is because this game plays a lot like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, but you get to change between the Teen Titans characters, and it's just a really cool like action beat 'em up style game. Very, very cool game. Definitely recommend you checking this one out. Really glad to add this one to the collection. And for those of you who like to say that I only collect rare and expensive games, these were all under $15. So some really good games. Some of these wound up coming out to less than like $8. So really glad to add these to the collection. Now let's talk about some of the heavy hitters, because again, I'm not showcasing all of the heavy hitting games that I picked up today, because there's some that I'm a little on the fence about, and there's others that may not even stay in the collection because I might wind up flipping them for trade. So the first one is Def Jam Fight for New York Takeover. This is really sick to find this game on the PlayStation Portable. I'm one of the few guys who still believes in the PSP, and I still collect for the PSP whenever I see games. And to be quite honest, like I picked up a few decent games from GameStop recently on the PSP. I picked up The Godfather, Mob Ties, picked up Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Stories, I think. And what else did I pick up from there? I picked up a couple others, but finding Def Jam is huge. We all know Def Jam Fight for New York is an expensive game. On the PlayStation 2, it's like a $150 game. Not quite as valuable on the PSP, but it still commands about 100 to 110 bucks. So this was complete, but it is going to need a serious wipe down. Definitely going to need a wipe down. So glad to find this one in the wild. This is a very interesting pickup. I mean, very, very rare. Another really cool find was this copy of Phantasy Star Online episode 1 and 2 for the GameCube. The case itself just needs a good wipe down, but this one is actually like complete. It has the manual, the registration card for Sega Online. It has the disc. The disc itself looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Not mad at the disc, and it even has like some serial number action deal on it as well. So very, very interesting. This came straight from someone who traded it in. I was actually really shocked to see this in GameStop, especially in this condition. I would give this maybe like a 7.5 out of 10, just because of some of this, like the grime that's on the plastic. But with a good wipe down, this should be as good as new. Glad to find that one. That one was a really good find. We have another good find here for the GameCube. This is this copy of Luigi's Mansion. Now, I've tried to find complete copies of Luigi's Mansion over and over again at GameStop. It's been a nightmare trying to find one. But I not only found a complete copy, this copy is actually in really good shape, like really, really good condition. Was stoked to find this one there. Not only did it come with the disc, but it came with the manual and all of the inserts. So every single insert that normally comes with Luigi's Mansion, because you know sometimes it just has the manual, but it doesn't have all like the little extra pamphlets and stuff. This was complete. Really glad to find, again, the disc was in great shape. No issues with the disc at all. This was a really good find at GameStop. Glad to finally add a complete copy to my collection because I still didn't have this complete. So this was a good find. Luigi's Mansion itself was like around, I want to say like 45 bucks. Fantasy Star Online wound up coming in at roughly around like 57 bucks. So really good stuff there. Def Jam Fight for New York was like 68 bucks. So wasn't too bad of a deal. Roughly everything wound up coming out to being like 25 to 30% off of what GameStop was asking, not even price charting values. But let's get to the heavy hitter of the day, of course, and that was this immaculate copy of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Now, I've had my eye on this game for some time, I'm not gonna lie, because I've been slowly collecting the Legend of Zelda games on the GameCube, but I was really more so just stunned with the condition of this game. I would give this one a 9 out of 10, man, for sure. Just looking at it through and through, I mean, really no dings or dents in the plastic. The game itself was very clean. And then again, just another example of a game coming complete. So like all the pamphlets, the manual was in like really good shape. I'm just not sure where GameStop got all this stuff from today. I don't know if these games are shipped from the warehouse. I doubt someone traded all of this stuff in. I doubt it. So I think they just wound up, like my GameStop wound up just getting this massive shipment, and I just walked in at the right time. And I'll be the first to say, this pickup was purely luck, like straight up luck. I just got lucky. I walked in, right place, right time, and was able to take advantage. When it came to the Twilight Princess, I wound up getting Twilight Princess for $98. It's still expensive, right? It's still, you're paying $100 for a game, but Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess averages somewhere around $175 to $180. So for me, 40% off of this game in this condition, complete, I'll take it for a collector like me. And this kind of goes back to what I said the other day. Like, for collectors, this is how we're going to have to collect. I think gone are the days where you're going to find Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for 5-10 bucks. If you do, it is a complete aberration. It's an anomaly. It's a glitch in the matrix. Those deals don't happen every day anymore. It's going to be a lot more likely that you'll find Twilight Princess complete in box at a GameStop for 40% off. And even at 40% off, I'll take it considering what this game goes for now. So all in all, I mean, for me, it was a great day. I posted some of the photos earlier, and some of the comments that I got were like, this is the type of stuff that you'll only see in a big city. That's probably true. I'll be honest with you, it's probably true. And I'll dive a little bit deeper into that more when I do my edited video. But there is a slight advantage that you have when you're in a major city like Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Philly. When you're in a major city, I don't know if GameStop just ships their games to these cities and just ignores the rural parts of the country. If there's someone that works at GameStop that follows the channel, you can put down in the comments below GameStop's logic behind where they ship their games or how they distribute their retro games. But I was glad I was able to take advantage. This really kind of does all the game hunting for me for the weekend. I don't think I need to do any more game hunting this weekend. But if anything else falls in my lap, I will let you guys know. But that does it for me for now. It's the Y2K Collector. Hopefully you had a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.